Hi there, I'm Adriaan Groenewald. Some time back, I was advised to stay clear of political matters as an opinion leader on leadership. Just focus on general leadership issues, the person said. Well, my conscience, the activist in me, and my love of South Africa just does not allow me to do this. Over the past 20 plus years, I've interviewed former presidents of South Africa, several opposition leaders, and other influential role players. Now, because I am absolutely convinced that we have one last shot at turning South Africa around, I need to put my full weight behind a fresh opportunity. If I and millions of South Africans don't do it so that a historic and miraculous political turnaround can happen, we will all sink into a hole that cannot be filled. In fact, a deep hole already exists, and just perhaps this last opportunity has come too late. But it is our best shot at causing another political miracle in South Africa. I saw signs of hope with President Ramaphosa rising to power, as I'm sure you did too. However, that opportunity, which many believed was a last shot at it, faded fast, and COVID-19 didn't help. From my point of view as an objective citizen, I of course hope President Ramaphosa will somehow turn around the corrupted ANC, crippled Eskom, and miraculously steer the economy out of ICU. But folks, fellow citizens, how many times must we be fooled, disappointed, and blindly hope for something extraordinary to happen? When will we realize that it is already a near impossible task to turn around South Africa, not to mention compounding that challenge with needing to do the same with the ANC? After reading a recent article by Mbazima Shalowa on News 24 that reminded me of the history of attempts at turning around Eskom, I was furious, to say the least. I realized the ANC horse is tired and cannot finish this race, partly because its jockey, the leadership, seemed to have grown fat and complacent, corrupted, incapable of winning. We need a brand new horse with new energy and a jockey with common sense, passion, and a will to challenge the status quo like never before. We need a leader and party of destiny with no baggage. We need a miracle supported by millions of South Africans overnight. We can't afford debilitating coalition politics for the next decade. There simply isn't time and margin for that. The possible miracle and leader of destiny, I believe, is Herman Mashaba. I recently tweeted this that is most relevant to him. Few things are more beautiful to witness and experience than someone whose destiny has arrived. They are energized, and all around them are too. Nothing can be more important than you finding your purpose and voice, especially as a leader. And I say man of destiny at the risk of sounding like I support the flawed belief that one person can save a country. But I have watched him over the years. I've interviewed him several times in his different capacities as businessman, mayor of Johannesburg, and now president of the newly launched political party, Action SA. South Africa, Herman Mashaba is destined for something. I hope and pray it is to help save the country. He has put his money, time, and energy where his mouth is. He is practical, simple, down to earth, a family man that believes in God. Mashaba is in this, I believe, for authentic reasons, as far as I can ascertain. He knows, he's not stupid, he knows it would be easier to continue riding the wave of wealth generation instead of entering the world of politics that is fraught with destructive landmines. He has the right attitude for what politics should be about. In fact, I think he caught the vision that the word someone in this statement, someone should change the future or face of politics in South Africa, is him. It's you. It's me. That someone cannot be someone else anymore. He realized it years ago and decided to lead from where he stood. But now, it is time for you and I to lead from where we stand, so that South Africa won't place all its hopes in one man. It requires all hands on deck under his capable leadership. For some of you, it would mean simply voting for Action SA. For others, it would mean being a volunteer on the ground. And yet for others, it would mean some leadership role or strong financial support. But whatever your role is, let it be driven by pure motives and practicality. Do what you can to make Action SA successful. If your ego drives you to get involved, you may not last in Action SA, and that is my impression. I'm putting my stake in the ground. I'm placing my bet on Action SA. If it ends up being a misplaced bet, I will happily look in the mirror and smile, knowing that I did what I could. I didn't remain on the sidelines hoping for someone else to do something to save my spectacular, beautiful country. As someone no doubt advised Herman Mashaba to stay out of politics because it would tarnish his name and jeopardize business opportunities, so some will advise me likewise. But I have to follow my impressions, my instinct. I lead from where I stand, and I stand for many positive values that embrace the Action SA values of non-racialism, economic prosperity, social justice, rule of law, electoral reform, quality education, and ethical leadership. While I hope to contribute on all these fronts, due to my background and profession, I would love to zoom in on the ethical leadership value. All good and bad achievements in society swing on the small hinges of leadership. Said in another way, everything good or bad happens on the back of good or bad leadership, starting with a leader or leaders and who they are deep inside, their motives and drivers. I think there is hope in the air. Join the momentum. Please do. Put your stake in the ground. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.